won! We're from Gamer Mill! We're from Gamer Mill! We're from Gamer Mill!
Now, I don't really like shoot, bang, bang games. And I was a little hesitant on playing Doom Eternal. But my friend managed to convince me to play this game. He said it with words of wisdom that this game is not like any other shooter ever. You don't just, hide in a corner, set up a little campsite, get all cozy with your hot chocolate and just shoot people's heads. Just look at this shit. You're moving faster than Sonic the Hedgehog, and you feel as strong as those big, strong anime boys with big swords. You even get a fucking sword in the game. Holy shit. Plus, it has my favorite mechanic in it. Mario mechanics. That's my peanut butter. So I'm not a big fan of shooters because, I don't know, it just feels slow, campy, and it feels like if you played one shooter, you played them all. And I know you could probably say that with literally any genre, but maybe it's just not my cup of tea or hot chocolate, if you will. But Doom Eternal, you're dashing in there, shoving shotgun down monsters' throats, freaking punching the shit out of them, using Mario's putt-putt to gain that juice, throwing ice grenades because you need to slow this shit down because it's too fast, and grapple hooking to monsters, showing no fear that you're going to ruin their beautiful face. Now, I don't really care for the story too much about this game, but from what I can tell, you're just a really angry man that just wants to beat the shit out of demons just for the hell of it, and maybe that's all you really need in a shooter. Now, with all this crazy shit happening in the game, you must think it's really hard that you have to Mario jump around and Mega Man dash in the air while also using Master Chief's weapons to kill all these enemies. You're goddamn right, it ain't that easy. I died like, 6 bigger dozen times, and that's 65 for you non-math boys out there.
Hang on. I'm just checking your math on that. Yes. I got the same thing.
But this is why I thought the game was so much fun still. You had to make me use different weapons, try out different strategies, use different mods, and it was a good time. Except towards the end of the game where they send these assholes after you, and you just want to point the shotgun at your own head.
Listen, there's not much time left, and I can only think of one way to save the Earth now.
What are you talking about?
No, don't. I think I know what you have planned, Goku. You don't have to do this. Goodbye, friends.
But it is nice of them that they don't send you light years back from when you die. You basically just start at the beginning of the mob of the fight that you were just at, which is really nice because you don't waste a lot of time. Now, you can't talk about shoot games without talking about the weapons. First you got the generic gun, and then you got the fast generic gun, then you got the big boy gun, then you got the grenades, and then you got the grenades that turn enemies into popsicles. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I never really used the regular grenades because they suck compared to the popsicle grenades.
Popsicle zone!
I really love that you had to use all of your weapons in your arsenal. Like, most of the time you would run out of ammo, the game would force you to switch to another weapon. And most of the time, there's enemies that are weak against certain weapons, or you had to use a certain modification to kill those enemies, which I thought was pretty freaking neat and keeps the game fresh throughout the whole experience. I never really said, "Ah, shit, not this weapon again," except when I used the BFG, the best weapon in the game that has limited ammo on enemies that were nobodies. Like, I literally was smashing my mouse and then freaking a fucking huge load just killed a minion. And that, he didn't deserve that. That's for someone special. That was for like the big boys. Also, there's a shit ton of mods and upgrades that you could do to make your big boy become even more powerful. And I found most of the mods pretty rad to use. And even better, you gotta be your favorite platform heroes and jump on platforms to get these cool items, which is pretty freaking neat. I don't have much to say about the levels, besides that they just felt right. Like, nothing really bothered me about the levels, but nothing made me go, "Oh, hot popsicle, this level is sticky sweet." Like that Donkey Kong Country 2 level that was very sticky and very sweet. You know, since I'm just talking about the levels, you should just take my word for it that they're good. So yeah, my friend was right. This game is really freaking awesome, even for someone that doesn't enjoy blast 'em up games. So if you like shooters, think of this like a pizza Lunchable, except you get 3 extra pizzas and another extra sauce. It's freaking amazing. If you don't like being a shooter man and you hate hard things, then you'll probably get really pissed off and yell at your mom. So I don't recommend that. Anyways, it's time for me to go play another game. Or perhaps you could, tell me what game I should play and say why it's so good in the comments. I could say bad things about it, I could say great things about it, who knows? But until next time, future smoochers,